Hey, Jordan. $6. Aw. That's never fun. I hope that you feel better soon. What happened in the game last time? Man, I don't even want to talk about it. I'll wait for a few more people to come in. I'll wait for a few more people to come in before I talk about what happened last time. Just so that I'm not having to repeat it too much. Back from the doctor. So, just a cold or a flu or... like that? Yeah, last time ended very poorly. Strep mono. I got strep throat years ago. Back when I was working at Walmart, I actually got strep throat once. Sucked. That shit's painful. Just frigging existing ends up hurting your throat. Never realized how much you swallowed till you can't. But yeah, it makes swallowing really painful, yeah. They give you that that gross milky stuff for gargling. It's supposed to soothe your throat, but it takes a few days before it actually starts, before it's actually effective in soothing your throat. Why fever makes you have body aches? Because our bodies are stupid. Because the human body is poorly designed. No gargle, just horse pills. Hey, Tala. Yeah. Sorry. Why are my kneecaps hurting? There's a song. Band called Los Campesinos. They've got a song called We Are Beautiful, We Are Doomed. And there's a bit in there that says, where the guy goes, I cannot emphasize enough that my body is a badly designed, poorly put together vessel, harboring these diminishing so-called vital organs. And like, yeah. It's a very good song, by the way. Los Campesinos are a really good band. They're very fun. Los Campesinos are like a really fun band. Go full bionic. Thanks, Tala. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here too. They've got another... Los Campesinos have another song, We Throw Parties, You Throw Knives. When you play past the parcel with human body parts, someone might get ahead, but someone might get hurt. It's just like... They are fun. A set of coves. Well, I don't know how long it'll take to get the money, Jordan. I don't know how long it's going to take to get that money, so... Once I do get the money, the main thing, probably about the only things I'll actually buy with that money, at least, you know, in the immediate term. A few books I'm probably going to buy, and a few DVDs. Like, I'll probably get more, honestly, I might just buy the rest of it. Like, I might just buy all the Studio Ghibli on DVD. Because I like them. Not soon enough, I want to see MLPs by the hundreds. Something that feels like it might be kind of fun to do. I don't know that I ever will, but something that might be kind of fun to do would be to like review all the songs from My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. Yeah, like just go like season by season, just like, you know, listening to all the songs and being like, and just like giving my opinions on them. Thing is, I don't know anything about music, so my opinions on, like, it's not like I can actually provide any insight into any of the songs, would be the thing. Comic Beef sends her love, she's at the... Aw. That's a shame. And like I could do the same thing, and like I could do the same thing with the songs from like Carol and Tuesday, because that show has some fucking amazing songs. There is another reason why I'd be reluctant to do a video where I'm like reacting to My Little Pony songs. I don't really want to cry on camera. Hey, Vanna. Like that would be sort of like, you know, like going through like, you know, my thoughts on all of My Little Pony things. I don't really want to cry on camera. And there's a few songs I would almost certainly end up crying. Takes off my peel. Woo! Stripping! Vanna's stripping. Cry in the closet. I know, it's just the same with, and even worse listening to it'd be even worse listening to the Carol and Tuesday soundtrack, because man, a few of those songs, yeah, they just fucking kill me. But lately, past few days, I've been sort of watched a bunch of videos of like musicians sort of reacting to songs from anime, video games, whatever. Hey, what a girl. So, alright, so it's not just Jordan in here anymore. We got a couple of people. We got Tala, Vanna, and What a Girl in here, so. What happened in the game? Right. So. Last time, we did meet Medusa. Last time we met Medusa, she tried to eat us, and not in the fun way. And, last day of vacation for her? Yeah. That always sucks. So yeah, we met Medusa, sang with her, she wanted to eat us, and not in the fun, sexy way, but in the, she's a snake monster person. And it seems like she is not involved. It seems like she was not the one who killed Calliope. She followed Calliope to the reliquary. Hey, Marbles. But she denies being involved in injuring him. So after that, we snuck back to the reliquary. Asterion caught me breaking back into the reliquary, and I'm afraid I ran for it and left him panicking about what Hecate was going to say. I really hope I didn't get him into too much trouble. You'll forgive me, right? Athena. Medusa was cursed by Athena. So in Greek mythology, what happened is Medusa was a priestess of Athena. And so yeah, Medusa is a priestess of Athena, and she was working in Athena's temple when Poseidon walked in and just raped her right there in Athena's temple. So naturally, Medusa was the one that Athena chose to curse by turning her into a monster. I really hope Hecate isn't too mad at me for sneaking back into the reliquary and then everything that happened after. Idols calm down eventually, right? Oh. Persephone did also tell us a little bit more about her background with Hades. Athena, we had a weird conversation with Athena where she talked about the fact that the idols are dying. Halfway through the week she gave me, Athena summons me to her office to, I'm not sure, apologize? Lecture me? She wasn't happy about my visit to the reliquary, sure, but mostly she wanted to tell me about how the idols are dying. As in actually dying, losing their immortality, the whole thing. That's got to be hard for beings that have been around for most of forever. But is that supposed to justify the trial? Athena can't take a chance on a lowly usurper like myself besmirching the great idol legacy as it quietly sunsets. She's like the strict school teacher who really wants to be the cool teacher, but just can't help herself. To be fair, she does offer cookies. Persephone explained away her behavior. Athena's a total control freak, sure, but that's how she's kept the idols alive for so long. Why she hasn't told the idols are dying, Persephone really couldn't say. Calliope. Medusa corroborated Asterian's story. She followed Calliope to the reliquary, saying she fled there, having already been attacked. It's bizarre, though. What was she even doing there? If Medusa isn't lying to me, I'm left with Hecate and the Minotaur being the only other idols with access to the reliquary. Either that, or there was a third person who somehow got in and out undetected. Is this even possible for me to find out? Or am I stuck now? Alright, so the new plan is for me to go back to the reliquary, break into the part of it where Calliope went the night she died, and hope I remember something about what might have happened to her? It's a long shot, and I have zero idea what it's going to be like to recall someone else's memories, but I have to try. And it worked. Kind of. Calliope went to the reliquary that night to contact the Fates with a magical mirror, but she never got the chance to speak with them. Just like me, she was attacked by the Furies. Not idols, but embodiments of retribution. They enforced the idol's ancient laws, the kind that Zeus used to command, which surely died with him. Unlike with me, the Furies must have stabbed Calliope before she ran away. What that doesn't tell me is why she needed to contact the Fates so badly. It also doesn't tell me who sent the Furies after her in the first place, and then also me. According to Hecate, none of the idols have that kind of power. Considering the price we paid, I really wish we'd learned more. So yes, we broke into the reliquary, found a mirror, and got attacked by Fates, or by the Furies, and, yeah, I don't want to talk about this one. This can't be happening. Freddy, she's gone. I knew I shouldn't have let her keep coming with me, but I didn't think she could die. Freddy sacrificed her life. For me. She stopped the Furies from killing me, and it's my fault she's dead. What am I going to do now? So, yeah, yeah, Freddy died. That's what happened last time, Jordan. Freddy died. Yeah. Alright, only one place to go, so... Oh, Across the Sticks. Finished Act 2. Hey, Uncle Buck. So I just got the achievement for finishing Act 2. Whee!
I'm sorry it came to this, Grace. It's clear what your friend meant to you.
What do we do now? Who the hell knows?
It should have been me, not her.
Don't say that.
This was my fight, my problem. I'm already slated to die if anyone paid the price.
Your friend gave you the chance to not repeat history. Don't waste it. Grace, is that how Calliope died? Was she also attacked by the Furies? Do you remember?
Yeah. She meant to use the mirror, but she never had the chance before they came.
No doubt sent by the same person. Perhaps for the same reason.
Do you have save points if you didn't want to kill Freddy? Not really, no. No, there's no... There's no, like, you don't get to have separate save points. You have, like, you know, I'm in file 1. So I'm in game file 1. Anything I do, any choices I make, they're set. If I want to make a different choice, I gotta start the whole game over again. So yeah, any decisions that you want to take back, you got no choice but to start the game over again. Which is tempting. Because Freddy! Man.
Who could send the Furies after me? Even Hecate had no idea who possessed that kind of power.
No one does, not these days. Hecate herself would have been my guess. Zeus might have, in his role as king of old Olympus, but he is long gone.
Clearly someone can do it.
Unless they weren't summoned. They could have been responding to something you did unwittingly, something Calliope also did.
When did Freddy die? At the end of last week? Yeah. Yeah, at the end of last week. Like, genuinely, like, right before I ended the stream. It was, like, right at the end of the episode. It saves, yeah, it saves as you make choices. Or at the very least, like, at the end of a scene. I think it probably saves at the end of each scene. Like, I suspect that, like, at the end of each scene, it saves. So, like, if I exit out right now and go back in, it'll go back to the start of Freddy and Persephone talking in the...
What that could be? I'm afraid I have no clue.
What are the Furies? They didn't seem like people.
Think of them as forces of nature, but an aspect mortals rarely encounter. They're older than any idol. They were created to enforce the ancient laws.
There are ancient laws now?
Well, there were. Laws even the idols had to obey from the earliest days of old Olympus. Even if they still existed and you'd broken one, we would all know. These are not petty crimes one stumbles into.
It did happen very fast, yeah. It did happen very quick. I was late as usual. We had choices to sneak around the library, is that what killed her? Yeah, I'm not sure, like, I assume that there are different choices you could have made in there. Maybe if you'd sent, like, I don't know if maybe if you sent Freddy to distract Hecate. Like, I don't know, like, what choices would have changed the outcome. My guess would be, you know, that there are probably certain things you could do. Like, obviously, I assume that she would have been... that it would be possible to save her. I don't know if maybe... I don't know if maybe saving Freddy would have resulted in... maybe Persephone getting shanked.
If the Furies are so powerful, why did they stop? They just... stabbed Freddy and left.
They're not assassins, Grace. They exist to punish. They demanded blood, and blood was taken. It didn't need to be yours.
So Freddy hadn't interfered.
They wouldn't have rested, not ever, until they had their due.
Yes, we're still, yeah, that's the main plot. We're still trying to figure out how Calliope died. Hey, Nancy. Transition is still on pause. Still on hold until basically until I get a place of my own. I want a place of my own before I start my transition.
I know Calliope was there to use the mirror, but it was just feeling. I still don't understand why.
There's only one use for that mirror, to speak to the Fates.
Yeah, okay, but why?
The Fates know all that is or will be. Destiny is theirs to command. Or so it's said. One contacts them either to know one's fate, or to change it. Not that the Fates are likely to oblige.
He's not... Oh, she's just... No, I mean... Oh, Calliope? Yeah, Calliope. I mean, Calliope is inside us now.
Can these fates really control the future?
They control the fate of all beings. I imagine it's they who give Apollo his powers, and they who write Hecate's books.
So someone really didn't want Calliope messing with them.
Or you, it seems.
Could it have been the fates? Maybe they don't like being called on now for anything.
They're not known to be vindictive. If they don't want to answer, they simply won't.
Yeah, the Fates, they don't hold grudges. They just they just ignore. They just ignore you.
I don't know what to do. We still have no idea why Calliope wanted to talk to the fates.
Well, there is another way to ask them.
I wondered how long that would take. Hecate is enraged. She's threatened to close off the reliquary entirely and forever. Athena is beside herself.
How long have you been standing there?
Long enough. You just had to keep pushing, didn't you? Until you got what you wanted.
This isn't about me. We're out of options, Apollo, and you know there's only one other way to contact the Fates.
Oh, how convenient.
Yeah, I'm not in the mood for bickering.
Enough, both of you. This isn't helping anyone.
May I explain it to Grace, or do you have another option, Apollo? If so, now's the time.
Stop being a
I
bitch.
thought not. The Fates will respond to the ruler of Hades, the true underworld and realm of the dead. What I propose is that we go there and take back the throne that was stripped from me.
Interesting.
Is that something we can do? Just go to the land of the dead and overthrow it?
Truth be told,
She did it
there
before.
isn't much to overthrow. Few mortals still believe in Hades, and thus its halls have been nearly empty for eons.
Plus,
So
she
how
did
do
before.
you...
The throne itself is the key, both symbolically and literally. Claim it, and Hades is yours.
But you can't claim it because you're barred from Hades.
By a rule that we would need to break were we to do this, yes.
Fuck rules.
So if we go to Hades and, find your throne, how much trouble would that get us into exactly?
A great deal.
It's not as if Athena could execute Grace a second time.
But she's
Fair.
already been warned about breaking more rules.
The responsibility of this will be mine. Let Athena try to take my throne again.
Ooh. She's... Persephone is, not playing around anymore.
Is there really no other way to talk to these fates? Do we have to take the nuclear option?
Do you want to try going back to the reliquary?
No. No, hell no.
The only other person with a direct connection to the Fates is Apollo here.
You know it doesn't work like that.
Then it's the throne or nothing, isn't it?
And her smile about that is very, like, not the time to be smug, Persephone.
How do we get to Hades? Do we need a key, like the reliquary?
Athena took my key, and the entrance at Lake Avernus was sealed long ago, which leaves only Hermes.
They won't take you.
They might, if you ask them to. Then why did you come, Apollo? To gloat? To wish Grace well? Or to actually help? Get us there. I'll lead us to the throne, and Grace can speak with the Fates. It's simple.
It's not going to be simple.
Is Apollo right? Is this something you planned all along, Persephone?
Meaning what? What, that I knew what would occur at the reliquary? Perhaps you think I'm the one who unleashed the Furies upon you.
You've waited for this opportunity for over a century.
Waited, yes. Bided my time. And the moment has arrived.
But
Convenient.
that's not why you originally agreed to help me?
No, that's not why.
Was another crazy plan, right?
Grace,
I know, but there's no point in stopping now, is there?
I can't. I'm sorry, but this is a step too far.
And consider
Useless.
this, Apollo. Grace's mortal friend was slain by the Furies, according to the old laws.
Her soul is in Hades.
Oh? This ain't gonna be good. Well, that's...
Wait, what? Freddy's in Hades? What? Persephone, why didn't you lead with that?
I didn't want it to seem like I was playing on your sympathy, Grace.
But you'll play on mine. Fine.
Yep.
I'll get you into Hades. But I'm not going with you.
If that's what you
Fair.
prefer, by all means.
It's fine, Hermes. Get this over with.
Yeah. Yeah, I do have a feeling this is not going to go well.
Shall I wait here, or...
No. I'm not gonna lie to them. Hermes has always treated me fairly.
I mean, in the myths, Hermes stole a bunch of shit from Apollo as a baby. What was it? Trying to remember. I think he stole like a flock. I believe he stole a flock of sheep from Apollo. Yeah. Yeah, as a kid, Hermes stole a bunch of Apollo's sheep. Cattle. Stole a bunch of his cattle. Hey, Kiki. Who's in Hades? Freddy! Our girlfriend. Our best friend, Vanna. Her, because she died. So the new plan is this. I go into Hades with Persephone, yes, the actual underworld and land of the dead, and we, take back her throne. This will allow us to not only talk to the Fates and find out what Calliope wanted with them, but also bring back Freddy. Sounds great, provided it's all true. Apollo showed up again out of nowhere, declaring that Persephone's being suspicious. But he's not exactly helping or full of alternatives. I have no choice but to trust Persephone for now. So yeah, it's like, Hermes has always been fair with me. He stole your cattle when he was a kid. How is that fair?
Hey, if it isn't Apollo and Grace and, Persephone. Wow, the whole gang, huh?
I'm afraid I have to call in that favor. I need you to take Grace and Persephone to Hades.
Oh, man, I don't know. Athena specifically said I wasn't supposed to take anyone, you know? No matter what.
Oh, this is pointless. They're never gonna help us, Apollo.
Can I ask what's going on? Nobody ever tells me anything, and you want me to get in huge trouble, but for what?
Yeah, I'm gonna plan a sympathy.
Freddie's dead, Hermes.
What? When did that happen?
She was killed by the Furies. That means she's in Hades. Probably. I have to try to find her there. You're her friend too. I know you wouldn't want to abandon her.
Okay.
Yay! Just,
Signal when you need to come back.
You sure?
I love that it's the trunk. Sure, just, hey, hop in the trunk. Hop in the trunk. That'll take you to hell. Hop in the trunk and it'll take you to hell. Yeah, that actually tracks. That does track. That does make sense.
Yeah, feels like the right thing.
Be careful, Grace. And remember, the underworld doesn't give up its shades without a price.
I think I can tell her the rules, Apollo. Let's go. Welcome to the real underworld.
Ooh, dramatic.
Wow.
That's a pretty cool place.
It feels so empty. So lonely.
So I'm getting there? Yeah.
It's not completely empty. Neither is the throne, for that matter. A bitter shade named Orpheus has been squatting on it since my exile.
Ooh.
I fully expect he'll be waiting for us.
Orpheus. Fun fact, there is a DLC for this game featuring Orpheus. So once we finish the main game, we'll be able to play the Orpheus DLC. Just wanted to mention that.
Who is this Orpheus? The name sounds familiar.
Orpheus and Eurydice.
It should. His is a popular tale among mortals regarding how he once came to the underworld to retrieve his love, Eurydice, and left with nothing. Hades tricked him, you see, and with Hades dead, the blame has evidently fallen to me.
So he's not a fan of yours?
He is not a fan, no. Not that it matters.
You didn't think to mention earlier that the throne was occupied?
Because it's irrelevant. Orpheus isn't an idol. He's just an angry little man clinging to an existence that doesn't want him any longer.
And what are we supposed to do? Organize an armed resistance? Challenge him to a duel?
That's what you're here for.
I mean,
I'm gonna fight him?
Oh, you'll see.
musical battle. We're totally gonna have a musical battle against Orpheus. That should be awesome.
Okay, so there's an angry ghost sitting on your throne. Anything else about this trip you've neglected to mention?
Come. It's time to cross the Styx.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. Nice place.
The ferryman will
If you're a
come
goth.
soon.
Nice place.
As
for
we
a
are
goth.
not dead, you will need to convince him you are worthy of passage. State your case clearly and with determination.
Oh, big boat. Oh, big boat man. Oh my.
I am Persephone, also known as Despoina and Core Sotiera, once queen of the underworld, and shall be again. No, Corone, I did not bring you any cards. I am not here to entertain you.
Alright, that was actually kind of fun. I did not bring you any cards. Does Garen have a specific voice? Alright. So there's no specified voice for Charon. She needs a silver coin. Yeah, traditionally, yeah, you'd use an obol, a coin. Seems like Charon. I don't know. I don't know if Charon was talking like playing cards. It's like, he just, you know, there's not a lot for him to do. He just wants something. He just wants to play solitaire, you know.
Hey there! I'm Grace, idol and last of the muses. Is that enough?
Of course she's a muse. Why would she lie about such a thing? He says he's always liked the muses and that you're very pretty.
What?
No, she didn't. Neither of us brought games to play with you, Corone. Stop asking.
Okay, first of all, thank you, Corone. Very pretty. Thank you. Also, neither was practice. Persephone, it's the tone Persephone says it. Like, Jesus Christ, it's been how many thousands of years and you're still on this crap? Like, it's like, it honestly feels like this is a conversation they've had before and Persephone's just tired of it.
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with something to amuse him. See? You don't even need to interpret that for me.
Yes, what fun. Thank you for encouraging him.
How is Corone so
Get
cute?
underway, Corone. It's a long ride to the throne room.
Man, how is he so cute? A terrifying, unintelligible monster, and he's just adorable.
I wouldn't touch that. Way too much for you. Overload you. Blow a fuse. Every story, every memory winds up here in the water. I used to dream that this river would rise, swallow the anger,
Nice song.
tears in my eyes. Then suddenly I was found alone. I destroyed Hades, but was denied his his throne.
Really is dead here, isn't it?
Everything here is fading away. She needs her queen.
We're here for Freddy, too.
I killed the king fair and square. They had no right to take it from me.
Good song.
It wasn't your fault. There was no right or wrong. It wasn't your fault. You didn't belong. If my life was stolen, I wouldn't know where to turn. Candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
Someone's coming. There's music floating through. Someone's coming. And it has me singing too. We have visitors. I think we all know what to do. To the throne room. This bard's about to meet a muse.
There's someone singing with us.
That would be Orpheus.
Is he a muse?
Oh, he's so much more than that.
Someone's
I didn't belong
a
here,
wolf is waiting in the
but
tree.
that throne belongs to
Someone's
me.
coming.
No one deserves
I
it
can feel them howling at the
more
moon.
than I.
Forget why we came here.
There's a name here
I won't forget,
that reeks
but you
of
can
an
bet he
enemy.
knows someone's coming.
It's about time, Persephone.
Orpheus, I've been. What happened to the music?
I have been waiting for you, Persephone, for so long. And you brought a muse. Hi. Lovely tune, by the way.
Why, thank you.
Can't remember the last time I collaborated with someone so talented. No offense, Benny.
Oh, poor Benny. Did you have to call out Benny like that? Damn, poor Benny. Side note, Orpheus. Orpheus is voiced by Anthony Rapp, who is definitely best known as crap, I'm forgetting his name. Stamets, yes. Best known for playing Paul Stamets on Star Trek Discovery. He's also pretty well known for Rent. He was hey Mila. Sorry I had to watch so many ads. Yeah, he was the original actor for Mark Cohen in the Broadway musical Rent, and he's on the cast recording. But that's theater. For television, Star Trek Discovery. He's done a lot of other stuff. He's done a lot of other things here and there. Okay, he was in the theatrical version of it as well. So yeah, he was in the theatrical release of Rent. So yeah, he's definitely a dude. He's definitely
To my underworld. Let me treat you to a song. A welcome gift. I have the floor.
Sure.
It is mine, after all.
for now.
Muse. Any requests? Questions?
My friend is dead. Can you help me?
Loop. The river keeps secrets deep in the water. How far do you sink till you're buried below? I challenged the fates and found my Eurydice, but you had to kill her, and I won't let it go.
Okay, that's not what I asked though.
Asking the wrong person.
It wasn't your fault. How are you to react? It wasn't your fault. Now there's no turning back.
Ooh, Ben.
If my
Ben gonna
love
kick
was
in, yeah.
taken, I wouldn't know where to turn. Your candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
This tete-a-tete is over. If he's the victim, what am I?
Queen, let's not lose our composure. The muse understands.
Well, I won't comply. I'd rather die. The throne was stolen after I murdered the king. You should be grateful and thank me for everything. And
Wrong
yet
path.
you
Wrong
scream like a boy. You kick the ground. I was a slave.
Eurydice is gone because you did nothing.
Orpheus, there was nothing I could do.
I saw your whispers, poison behind your king.
Wasn't me.
If I cannot have my revenge, you're the next best thing.
His bark is louder than anyone's bite, and he's no match for your godly might.
You're right, killing is so unbecoming.
That's never stopped you before.
I did what I had to, Bard.
As do I, my former queen. As do I. If it isn't your fault, who do I blame? I've become a shadow, almost forgotten my name. Held the flame for so long, now I don't know where to turn.
The candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
It's a slow burn. It's a slow burn.
You both exist somewhere on the border between real and imagined, the living, the dead.
This sounds
So
good.
how can this place be everything you dreamed of? You both deserve more. You must let it go. You both deserve more than this stupid throne.
We have been fools.
You're right. Yet, what about the throne? We can't just leave it empty, can we?
Ben? Ben, you want it, Ben? I feel bad for poor Ben. I still feel bad for poor Ben at the start. Been a while since I've collaborated with someone so talented. No offense, Ben. Oh. It's just how sad Ben looked.
All that going around in circles, digging up old wounds, and for what? So you can fight over a chair. There.
You dare.
I dare.
What gives you the right to interfere in this manner? That throne was not yours to break.
Look around you, Persephone. Hades is empty. That chair you wanted so badly, it doesn't matter anymore.
It mattered to me. I paid
Fair.
for that throne with tears and blood, Grace. With years of humiliation you know nothing about. I thought we could help each other, but no. No, you would rather lecture me. So what's your plan now, Grace? I assume you must have one after that big demonstration.
Oh, plans, right. Plans, yeah, that's something that people try to do. Right.
My plan? It's exactly the same as it was before.
You've lost me.
Come on, Persephone. Do you expect me to believe you haven't been waiting for this since you met me? You wanted to do this, but you couldn't. You needed to convince me, to convince Apollo, to convince Hermes to help you. And for that, you'd say anything, right? You'd tell us there was a way to contact the Fates.
Which there never was. You're correct.
What a jerk,
And
Persephone.
Freddy?
If the throne alone could bring somebody back from the dead, surely even Orpheus would have figured it out.
Oh. Oh shit, I'm gonna end up alone, aren't I? I don't want to break it.
I should have realized it sooner. Before we ever came here. I guess neither of us is as smart as we think we are.
And neither of us will get what we want today.
As opposed to your original plan, where that would have only been me.
At the very least, I had hoped we might find your friend's spirit.
Why? We can't bring her back.
Not without great sacrifice, no. No, the rules of death are clear. Yet, you might have spoken to her. I know what it's like not to get the chance to say goodbye.
Abdication. You destroyed the throne of Hades.
Hey. Freddy, you're here.
Yeah, I've actually been watching you since you arrived. It's not like there's much else going on.
Fred,
No, don't even start, Grace. I made my decision. I don't regret it one bit.
But you sacrificed yourself. For me.
Well, yeah. I'd do anything for you, Grace. Hey, what was the alternative? I let the Furies kill you instead? That's not how this story ends.
This isn't a story, Fred.
You're wrong. It is a story. And you need to finish it. Without me. Hey, no.
I guess this is it, huh?
Almost. I found someone while I was down here. Someone you really need to meet.
Hey, Calliope, nice. That's convenient.
Calliope? This... You can't be real. Your soul is inside Grace. I
My
just don't...
eidolon is inside Grace. The rest of me... I'm here, Persephone.
This is real.
I guess you two were better acquainted than you said. Huh, Persephone?
We parted ways years ago. Persephone couldn't take my lectures any longer.
I'd take them now. I miss them.
No, you don't. Think about how bitterly we argued at the end. Don't blame yourself. Not when there are so many fond memories to cherish instead.
Aw.
I don't get it. I thought the Eidolon was Calliope's soul. But if that's true, then...
The Eidolon is what makes us an idol, but it's not our soul. Each of us adds a piece to it as it passes on.
But
Neat.
what about the memories?
The memories are but a reflection. And after the Eidolon is passed on, old memories become a reflection of a reflection. It's why the idols have forgotten so much. You knew this truth once, Persephone. Long ago.
Alright, so this is convenient. Everyone gets to say goodbye to their loved ones, and we get some damn answers at long last.
We need to know what happened to you, Calliope. How did you die?
Stab
Why
wound.
didn't you come to me? If you were in trouble, I would have protected you.
I know you would have. But I couldn't let you be drawn into Apollo's prophecy as well.
Eh?
Apollo's prophecy?
He didn't tell you? No. I don't suppose he could have. It's a long story.
Give us a musical number.
You don't mean to say that Apollo is responsible for your death, right? But his prophecy is.
Yep.
Yes. It said I needed to die.
Someone else knew about the prophecy. Athena.
No.
Then she sent the Furies after me when I went to the reliquary. I barely escaped. I fled back to the mortal world. To you.
Hey, Killface. Well, shit.
Apollo hates using his power. Why would he have given a prophecy to Athena?
Because she demanded it. She was desperate.
How did you even find out?
Apollo was horrified after he delivered the prophecy, and he refused to stay silent. And he came to warn me. He was torn. Telling me meant I was locked into it. I still think he did the right thing. Though I expect he disagrees.
Yep, probably.
What was the prophecy? Surely I need to hear it.
If I tell you, you'll be locked into it. Just like me.
But the
Yeah.
prophecy doesn't just say you have to die. There's more to it, right? They always require interpretation.
Apollo told Athena that. He begged her not to jump to conclusions, but maybe she was right.
Dubious.
I don't believe that. Athena's got tunnel vision. She must be wrong.
Probably.
Athena wanted to know if there was a way to save the idols. The answer was this. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives.
And I'm the last muse.
And now you know the prophecy.
Don't call me Shirley. I can't believe I missed a...
Why did you go to the reliquary? We know about the mirror, but
You wanted to annul the prophecy.
And the Fates are the only ones who could, if they would even help me. I doubted it, but I was desperate. I never got the chance to ask. Someone told Athena where I was going, and she must have realized what I meant to do.
But how did she get the Furies to attack you? They aren't pets. You didn't break any of the old laws.
I don't know. Maybe it's something the ruler of the idols can do. But you'd have to ask Athena.
Which,
You went to
Sounds dangerous.
Pan for the key to the reliquary, right?
Yes. He's the reason I knew about Nyx's mirror, actually. He told me about it long ago.
He told Medusa where you went. She, I expect, told Athena.
Oh, Pan couldn't have known what it would mean. I didn't explain.
That's it. You forgive him, just like that.
I'm sure he feels guilty enough, my love.
beyond that, I mean, she's dead. Why bother holding a grudge when you're dead? Yeah, no point in holding a grudge once you're dead. Whatever. None of it affects you anymore.
Why come to me? Of all the places you could have run to, why come to my apartment?
Because I was dying.
But I couldn't save you. I barely even knew you.
I was wandering the streets that night, wondering if I should go to the reliquary or just flee. And I heard you singing. I followed you home after to see where you lived. I didn't know what would happen to me, but I thought, just in case, I knew I had to hold out until I reached you.
I wish you hadn't. You didn't give me any choice.
I wanted to. I thought I would at least have time to explain.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have believed you.
The Furies, they kept coming.
Hey, scapegoat.
It was all I could do just to reach you. I am so sorry, Grace. I truly did not mean for it to be like this.
That's it then. Now we know the whole truth.
We need to confront Athena. Apollo, too, for not telling us what she'd done.
If he had, Grace would have been locked into the same fate as Calliope.
Which I am in.
We don't know that.
I have to go back. And I have no idea what will happen. None of this seems real.
Musical number? Yay! And it seems like a romantic one.
So many years of history, fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud of you, but it's time to go.
This is pretty.
I never truly saw before how trapped we were, so far from shore. Great at the time, but it's time to go. It's time to Will I know where to go without you to guide the way across the storming seas? I've had a compass bright and clear. Listen to me when I say, whatever path from which you think you strayed, you will find your way. But it's time to go. It's time to go. If I could bring you back, I would give it all to I could choose a muse,
You would give up godhood
Hell yeah.
to bring her back.
any day, every day, a life for a life. Farishta, please stay.
Grace, no. It's time.
Aw. Is Freddy just a human now? A spirit and we're a muse? Yeah. Freddy's a ghost, we're a muse. This seems like a pretty major choice. This seems like the kind of choice that, like that this would end the game. Okay. Yeah, it's I'll let it go.
Who knows what comes next? But I will face it beside you.
I feel like I should apologize to Persephone for not choosing her, but the ultimate sacrifice. You just couldn't let her go.
You've returned.
You did it. You actually brought me back from the dead.
Of course I did.
Did you get a chance to speak to the Fates?
No.
Then what happened?
Then we found Calliope.
Calliope, but her Eidolon is inside you. How
It
could...
doesn't work like that. The Eidolon is only a part of an idol. The rest just...
Calliope told us what happened. The prophecy. How you warned her. How you've been lying to us.
Persephone looks pissed. I mean, to be fair, Vanna, that's just how Persephone looks. Anyway, let's take a look at the new journal. I can't believe it. I did it! I went into the underworld, and even though Persephone believed there was no way to get Freddy back, there really was. All it took was a big enough sacrifice, and that meant me giving up my Eidolon. So Freddy is the muse now, and me? I'm just a mortal again. I don't know how I feel about that just yet, but the important thing is that Freddy is alive. I saved her, and I've never felt better about anything ever. Wait, did I do something wrong? Is Freddy mad at me? Oh god, I'd better go talk to her. As for what we learned in the underworld, holy crap. Calliope was there. I guess her soul and the Eidolon are separate things, which even Persephone didn't know. The important thing is that Calliope was there and I got to talk to her. She told us everything. It was Athena. She received a prophecy from Apollo to save the idols, and that's why she summoned the Furies. She can do that? To kill Calliope. To try and keep it from happening. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives. I became the last muse after Calliope's death, And now Athena wants me dead. To keep the idols safe? This is huge. I do feel like this is almost like sort of a better story. Giving up godhood for the person that we love. Also, that definitely, like, that whole thing, that entire underworld sequence does suggest that Freddy dies. Like, that Freddy has to die in the reliquary. Like, that there's just no way around that. Like, I'm pretty sure that, like, whatever you do, Freddy dies in the reliquary. Apollo brought us to Hermes. Hermes owes him a favor. Something about stealing 50 cows? That's the reference. Nice, a reference to that. I was talking about that. That's... To be fair, Hermes did pay Apollo back at that time by inventing the lyre. To ask if they'd bring Persephone to Hades, and they agreed. Even knowing it was against the rules and it might get them into trouble. Hermes is the best. He knew. Apollo knew who the murderer was all along. Athena came to him for a prophecy on how to save the idols, and he gave it to her. But it doesn't make any sense. If Apollo knew about the prophecy, why did he stop Athena from just killing me at the start? Why did he help me at all? Calliope said he's lying to protect me, to prevent me from sharing her fate. But I know the prophecy now, so whatever it is, I'm locked into it. All of Apollo's lies were for nothing. I think we're due a very serious conversation when I get back. You feel better? So do I. I feel better now as well. Well, we have our murderer. It was Athena all along. We got it straight from Calliope herself. Athena went to Apollo for a prophecy on how to save the idols. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives. Calliope was the last of the muses, and then it was me. So we had to go. She's had it in for me from the start. She never intended to let me live, no matter what I did. Thing is, I don't exactly have proof of this. Somehow, I doubt Athena would back down even if I did. Oh, and apparently she can also summon the Furies. You know, the embodiment of retribution that my powers don't even work on. Ugh, this is going to be trouble, isn't it? Except it was a lie. All of it. Maybe it's why Persephone originally agreed to help me, and it's been her plan all along. Or maybe she just couldn't resist the opportunity. The entire trip to the underworld was Persephone trying to get what she wanted and nothing more. Exactly what Apollo accused her of. I couldn't let her get away with it, so I kind of destroyed the throne. Didn't know I could do that, but poof, it's gone. Nobody's ruling Hades now. Not that there's much left to rule anyway. Persephone was livid because it's hers, and that's all she cares about, but let's face it, she had it coming. Kinda. Now Freddy is a target. She is, but no way we're letting... We'll just pass the Eidolon back and forth. Yeah. That's that should work, right? Just passing the Eidolon back and forth every time Athena kills one of us, passes the Eidolon back to the other, and just circle. And I see no reason why that should fail. On a separate note, I learned that Persephone and Calliope were in love. They weren't friends, they were a couple. I guess they broke up a couple of years ago, but the way Persephone acted from the start makes so much more sense now. Turns out that Pan wasn't lying. Is he innocent? No. Was he the killer? No. He sold out Calliope and told Medusa where she was going. Medusa probably told Athena, and so Athena summoned the Furies to kill Calliope. But Pan probably had no idea that would happen. I guess it's good to know the whole truth, finally. You know that story about Orpheus and Eurydice? How Orpheus goes into the underworld to get his love back, and Hades says, Okay, but only if you never look back the entire way to the surface. Right before the exit, Orpheus loses his nerve and looks back, and thus Eurydice is forced to remain dead forever. Cruel, classic, and apparently true. Or the heart of it seems to be anyway. Anyhow, Orpheus was so bitter about the whole thing, he's waited on that empty throne all these thousands of years waiting for Persephone to return, just to keep her from it. I don't know why he blames her and not her former and now dead husband, but I guess I'll find out. A little detail Persephone failed to share before our arrival. That's why they do the torch thing at the Olympics. If they hold it too long singularly, they die. I was unaware of that, Vanna. That's good to know. It seems that, as the greatest bard of ancient Greece, Orpheus had powers similar to mine. So, when we showed up in the Underworld's throne room, he and I duked it out musically, until I finally convinced him this whole vendetta of his wasn't worth it, and it was time to move on. Last I saw of him, he and a few shades left in Hades, who supported him, had wandered off into the shadows together. Hopefully, to find their rest. Well, given that Orpheus is the star of this game's DLC, it does seem like he doesn't find rest. In fact, it seems like the opposite, that he finds life again. And yeah.
You knew. You knew the truth this entire time, even when you said you were helping Grace.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Why did you say you'd help?
Oh.
You could have stayed out of it.
Lich?
I tried that. You wouldn't let me.
Oh, so now it's my fault?
Whatever you were trying
That's funny.
to do, Apollo, you failed. We know the prophecy now.
Yes,
And it's
Pico?
done. You're locked into it, as is Freddy. Athena will want her dead, too.
You're right. I actually hadn't considered that part.
Eh.
I'm so sorry, Grace. I never meant for this to happen.
That's right. Leave. It's what you're best at.
Ooh. I'm not even going to call her out for that one.
I don't know how this will affect your trial. We could tell them what we've learned. Even without proof, it makes enough sense that Athena couldn't just brush it off. You're not the last muse any longer. After all, your Freddy isn't on trial. Yet if Athena believes you both need to die in order to save the idols, she'll find a way.
Does there still need to be a trial? If we go to Athena privately, maybe we could work out some kind of deal.
She won't make a deal. All that will afford her is a chance to kill you before the trial.
She tried that once already.
And your friend died as a result. No, it's a clever thought, but Athena needs to be challenged in front of everyone. I intend to keep my promise. We go to the trial and I'll help you, even if it means overthrowing Athena. Calliope would approve.
But what about...
Just so you understand, our chances aren't good. I suggest you do whatever necessary to prepare.
That means talking to Freddy.
Great.
Go talk to your girlfriend. Last chance to speak to anyone before the trial. I laid into Apollo the moment I got back to the apartment, and he denied nothing. All of it was to protect me from the prophecy, so that I wouldn't be locked into it, and he'd only agreed to help me because he thought he could do so indirectly. He apologized a lot, and then fled, tail between his legs. Ugh. If I want to have a real discussion about this, it'll have to be at his beach house. Yeah, it's like I thought. Persephone agreed that Athena isn't likely to stop now. The trial will go forward, and if Athena thinks killing both Freddy and I will save the idols, she'll do it. Meaning we'll have to find a way to stop her if we can. How exciting. I don't trust Athena. I mean, no, she killed Calliope and has tried to kill us, so no, don't trust her. Well, I tried talking to Persephone once we got back to the apartment, but she wasn't having it. If I want to settle this, I'll have to hunt her down. For whatever good that'd do. Alright. Gotta be Freddy, right? We gotta talk to Freddy first. Gotta confess our love.
Freddy, can we talk? Freddy, please. Whatever I did, I need to make it right. Talk to me. Hey. Freddy, are you okay?
No. No, I'm really not. Why did you do it, Grace? You brought me back. You made me the muse.
Man, what's giving up immortality for your best friend in the entire universe?
No, I'm serious.
And I'm not.
So am I.
Freddie, I'd do anything for you. Just like you'd do anything for me.
Grace, I told you that I was at peace with my decision.
And
I've
I
watched
wasn't.
the struggles you've had as the muse, and now you've thrown them all on me. You didn't even ask.
You don't wish you were still dead, do you? Did I screw up?
I don't know.
Hey, it's okay. I'm here. Tell me what's wrong, Fred.
I came back from the dead. And I was actually dead. And I'm not the same now. I've changed. And it's not just being the muse. I'm different, and so are you, and nothing between us can ever be the same again.
Of course it'll be the same. Why wouldn't it?
Grace, I sacrificed myself because I love you. I'm in love with you. And I have been
There it
for
is.
a really long time.
We just bought her more time at the worst. I mean, maybe, but
Well, that's ironic.
What is?
I, feel the same way. I always have.
Oh. Well, I thought you and Persephone were...
I mean, I was flirting with her. I was, playing the field a little bit. No, it was always Freddy.
We were. At least, I thought we were. But after Hades, and if I had known you felt that way.
Oh.
Why do you think I joined your band? After college, we started drifting apart.
Why do you think I started the band? All this time. And neither of us said anything.
Is that a bad thing? Would have been more quiet? I mean, it would have, but it's one of those things where, like, the reason I was worried about going with that option is, like, is that going to not lead to the romance? Like, I was worried, like, is that going to lead to us not getting together? I could not take that chance, Vanna. I had to. Like, I had to take the path that I knew with 100% certainty would lead to smooches.
I never said anything because I didn't want to lose my best friend. I still don't.
You still might. The trial's tomorrow. Athena doesn't know about me. Once she does, I'm the last muse. She's gonna want me dead, isn't she?
We can still get through this, Fred.
Yeah, but even if we do, I'll keep changing. And when I start becoming Calliope, will I still love you?
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
You damn well better. Smooch! Get your smooch on.
Now every word's been said. I can't think of any more to fix what's broken. So many books I've read, and still not a word of anything could reveal how this feels. Only if we could have been brave on time.
Romantic?
Knowing now,
I mean, sometimes.
knowing how we should have been loving all this time. You're overthinking it. We could be everything we wanted to be.
I do like a good romance.
What you don't get is death. I died. You and I are not the same people who we once knew.
The childish play coy when you
If only if we
have with each
could
other.
have been brave on time. Knowing how we should have been loving all this time. Only if we could just escape to Mars. I'll always love you, Grace. But is it too late?
Nope.
Too late.
Oh, come on! Why not the smooching? God damn it.
Did you forget something, Grace?
It felt like we hadn't quite finished our conversation.
It seemed pretty finished to me. What more is there to discuss?
How about you? Are you okay?
Oh, I am many miles from okay, Grace.
There.
Don't you want to talk about it?
Guessing no.
Oh, Calliope would not have approved of the way I acted. But then she seldom did. It was so good to see her in Hades. To have her say she forgives me. I just wish it were as easy to forgive myself.
That's true.
You could apologize, you know. We could start over, from square one.
You shatter my throne without so much as a by your leave. And I'm the one who apologizes?
Okay,
I
fair.
could go first if you like. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too, believe it or not. Is that better?
It's a start.
It's never too late. Exactly.
Do you regret it? Surrendering your Eidolon?
Not yet. But we'll see what happens at the trial.
I wonder if I could have done as much. For anyone. You do realize you may have brought your friend back, only to doom her to a quick death.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You gave her your new life. And you get to walk away as if nothing ever happened.
Only if we survive. And I would never walk away from a friend.
Aw. Alright, let's try Pan. Let's talk to Pan.
Pan? Are you here? Pan!
I think he might be sulking. He's unhappy about the last time we talked.
Alright then. Guess I'll just head off.
I thought you didn't want to see me anymore. You're not here to yell at me, are you?
I like how confused she is. Like, but I just walked around that tree and didn't see you.
No, I, wanted to apologize.
Apologize? To me? Well,
For thinking you might be behind Calliope's murder. Turns out that's not the case.
oh, then you've learned something, haven't you?
Could say that.
Something not exactly pleasant. I see. Isn't that always the way?
Kinda.
Tell you what, Grace. Let's indulge in one last transaction. Relay what you've learned, and I'll see if I have any advice to offer.
Yeah. Ooh. Honestly, the only reason I'm uncomfortable telling him everything is because, like, shit, this might get him in a lot of trouble, frankly. Does he want to get involved in this? Like, does he want to know the truth?
Okay, where do I begin?
Well, of course it was Athena.
Oh. You...
Wait, you knew?
No, how could I?
So what now?
Let the prophecy play out.
Huh?
Let it play out. It doesn't say the last muse will die. Just that she must for the idols to continue. Perhaps the idols shouldn't continue. Seems reasonable enough.
Interesting.
I don't want to be responsible for the idols dying out. I don't know how it could be, but what if it's true?
Then we die out. It's not that complicated. And if you're responsible, surely you'll have a good reason. Frankly, change is long overdue. Continuing on as we have been isn't appealing, and I doubt I'm the only one who thinks so. I'm rather looking forward to the trial now. How exciting.
That is good advice, actually. That actually is useful advice. Like it's... Like, genuinely, that's like some really interesting advice that he just gave. Because, I mean, he's not wrong. Aphrodite has horrible PTSD. She has to keep dying. Like, Aphrodite dies every few decades, like every 20, 30 years, she dies. Apollo seems exhausted. Eros is unhappy with things as they are. Well, it's a good thing I did talk to Fred. In fact, it turns out this conversation was long overdue. For one, she's been in love with me this entire time. Which is extra ironic because I've been in love with her. We just never told each other. Until now. Freddie had accepted her decision to sacrifice herself for me, and I kind of overrode that to bring her back. So now she has to watch me face death, and, as the last muse, surely Athena will turn on her as well. It's a lot to just drop on someone, and will this change how we feel? It's so weird thinking I could have told Fred about this a long time ago. If I had... No, I can't think about that now. We need to face the trial tomorrow first. We'll get through it, somehow. Together. Well, I went to the underworld, the nightclub one, and hashed things out with Persephone. As much as they could be. She'll never apologize for what went down, of course. That's just not in her nature. Even so, I think she feels badly about it, in her own way, and is trying to change. We'll see how far that goes. That's the most straight up that he's been with Grace? It is. That is the most honest he's ever been. Not even trying to hide anything at that point. That is him, just full disclosure. That is Pan being full disclosure, not hiding anything. Just, the idols, the idols are old and tired and maybe deserve to die. I went to Pan and told him everything that happened. To his credit, he listened. And I don't think he'll sell me out to Athena before the trial. Lesson learned, maybe? His advice surprised me. Let the prophecy play out. If the idols don't continue, then they don't continue. That's a pretty surprising attitude from an idol. Say what you want about Pan, he's never what you expect.
Oh, it's you. Paul comes in, mopier than his usual mopey self, and won't say a word about why. But of course, it's you.
Yep.
Look, I know you care about Apollo. I'm not here to hurt him.
Uh-huh, yeah. And, why should I believe you?
Because I just came to talk. I want to sort this out. If I can.
I guess I can go ask him if he wants to talk to you. Don't be surprised if he says no, though.
It's all right, Oracle. I think Grace and I need a moment alone, if you please.
Oh, sure. Don't mind me. It's not like I was in the middle of anything.
Who's that? That's Oracle. A hacker. Who bums off Apollo's free
I know
Wi-Fi.
how Persephone feels. But not you. You'd have every right to be furious with me.
So you've said. I'm more worried about you, actually.
Worried about me? After all you've been through?
I gave up a lot to bring Freddie back. I don't like losing friends.
Fair.
When I first became Apollo, I was so sure I could help people. Help the world.
That's funny.
I
ignored
the warnings. You have no idea how many lives I ruined before I stopped. I never should have given in to Athena. This one time, I thought that maybe it will be different.
It is funny. Yeah. Not long after we first met Apollo, he told us that there's always an oracle. There's always an oracle who comes to him. And this new oracle, is a computer hacker who uses Oracle as her online identity, her handle. So she finds secrets. She she functions as an oracle, but via computer hacking.
You don't know everything, Apollo. Half the problem is that you and every other idol thinks they do.
What do you mean?
Trying to prevent the prophecy is what's making it come true.
So you want to, what? Stop trying?
Maybe.
I hope you can forgive me, Grace.
I hope that one day we'll be as close friends as you were with Calliope.
Probably not, since I'm gonna die.
I guess all that remains is the trial. Whatever happens, Grace, I'll be standing right there by you.
Thank you.
Went to the beach house. I tried to make it clear to Apollo that I understood why he did what he did. But of course he took the opportunity to beat himself up some more. I mean, I'm not thrilled about it all, but I get it. I guess I'll see what comes next at the trial. I have a feeling this will probably be long, but I don't know, because it is almost at 2 hours. And I imagine the trial will probably be, like an hour or something. Because we're not that far into Act 3, so... How long is Act 3? When I hear Oracle, I think of the piece on the Ouija board. That's called a planchette. But I think the seeing part is the Oracle. I think I am going to call it a night. I was trying to be smart pantsy. So yeah, I think we will save the trial for next week. And I suspect it probably won't take like the full 2 hours to finish it up. So once we finish the trial, once we finish the game, we'll probably start in on the Orpheus DLC next week as well, I expect. Because if I had to guess, the trial will probably be, 30 to 45 minutes for the full trial, and then looks like there's an epilogue, assuming we survive it. Comp will be here for the end, I hope. Yeah, hopefully. The important thing about this week is we got Freddy back! Also, which, side note, we can keep getting the deep-fried honey snacks from her mom. I don't want to attend. I know, it's a really good game. Yeah, so yeah, we Comic Brook. You came in right when I'm ending it. Like right before I end the stream, Comic Brook. Yeah, I'm leaving. Yeah, we will finish Act 3 next time. The important thing, though, Comic Brook, just got home. Yeah, I was told that you were doing something. The important thing, Comic Brook, Freddy is alive again. Last week ended with Freddy dying. This week, we managed to get Freddy back alive and confessed our love. So she's worried. She's like... She thinks the timing is really, really terrible considering we're about to go on trial for... And Athena... Oh. To you it's a game, to me it's a story you're telling me? Yeah. Also, we also found out that Athena was actually the one who killed Calliope because of a prophecy. Is the other part of my message passed along? I don't remember. So yes, Persephone. Persephone took us to the underworld. We had a musical battle with Orpheus. Ran into the ghost of Freddy, who also brought along the ghost of Calliope. Hey. There you are, Calliope. Calliope told us that Athena asked Apollo for a prophecy on how to save the idols. The other part of my message was that I love you. I'm pretty sure it was Comic Brook. So yeah, Calliope was killed by Athena because of a prophecy saying that what was it? The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives. So Apollo got Apollo gave Athena a prophecy. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives. So Athena killed Calliope, and Calliope's spirit soul told us that. And then we gave up our muse powers. We are no longer a muse. Freddy is no longer a muse. She gave her Eidolon to Freddy in order to bring Freddy back from the dead. So now Freddy is actually the last muse, which means that now Athena is going to want to kill her as well. Which, not ideal. That's not ideal. That we brought Freddy back just in time for Athena to try to kill her again. So that's... But the important thing is Freddy is alive, and we have confessed our love, and we are absolutely going to... If we survive the trial, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that we smooch. I knew we were in love with Freddy. I mean, it's like, it's an option. You can play Freddy as just a friend. Like, you can treat Freddy as just a friend. But, I don't know, best friend? It's like, I don't know, it felt like it made more sense to be completely and totally in love with her. And I don't know, it's just, that is so romantic, giving up godhood, giving up immortality for your love. Yo, like, that is absolutely some fucking epic romance shit right there, you know? That is... And they were roommates. They are roommates, Vanna! They are roommates! So, yeah, it's, you know, who doesn't appreciate big, epic romance? I think it's fine even if we weren't deeply in love with Freddy. She is our best friend. And that's enough love, like Thelma and Louise. Yeah, I mean, it absolutely is. Like, it absolutely is enough love, just, you know, platonic, even if it is platonic. It's definitely, you know, enough reason to do it. But I started a band for you. And I joined the band for her. Like, the band literally exists so that Grace and Freddy can be together. Like, literally that is why the band exists. Is so that Grace and Freddy have an excuse to continue hanging out together. But, yeah. We got on that epic romance shit. Because everybody appreciates a little bit of epic romance, you know? That sense of you know, being willing to give up anything. Just to be able to spend a little bit more time with the person you love. Anyway, next week we will finish up Stray Gods. So yeah, next week we finish Stray Gods. We better kiss before dying? Absolutely. We gotta have a smooch. There needs to be a smooch at some point. Anyway, yeah, so next week we finish up Stray Gods' main story. So next week we finish up the main story for Stray Gods, and we'll probably, I assume, like very likely, we will have enough time left to start on the Orpheus DLC, which should be pretty fun. So, yeah. So thanks for coming, and good night, everybody.